Thank you, Tony. First of all, I would like to thank everyone who's coming here today to show solidarity with the Syrian people. And when it comes to Syria, it is very hard to describe what is going on back home. But I would like to give like a brief description about the Syrian revolution, why the Syrian people took in the streets against the dictatorial regime, and why, and this is the most important thing, we want people in Europe and in Sweden to understand why the people of Syria are fleeing, why these people became refugees. In Syria in 2011, the Syrian people came down to the street peacefully demanding democracy, freedom and reforms. The president, instead of listening to the people, he went far away in using his armed forces to crush peaceful protesters. Hundreds of civilians were being killed on a daily basis because they were protesting peacefully, demanding freedom. However, the international community didn't do anything to stop them. And that's why the Syrian people had no choice but to carry arms, to protect their children from being tortured to death, to protect their women from being raped, and to protect their homes from being destroyed. Assad went far away in using his armed forces. He destroyed the Syrian cities, city by city, town by town, and the people had to flee to neighboring countries to seek refuge, with the hope the international community would stop him, with the hope the international community will do something to protect the civilians in Syria. And they are stuck in the refugee camps in Turkey, in Lebanon, in Jordan for years, and nothing happened. Assad stayed in his place. He is being supported by the Russians, by the Iranians, and by Iraqi militants, as well as the Hezbollah from Lebanon. And then the people had no choice but to come to Europe to seek somewhere safe to live, to seek for a better future for their children, because the Syrian children haven't been to school for like years. And when it comes to talk about the brutality of Assad started killing us by rifles, and then by tanks, artillery, then air jets. He used even chemical weapons, which is banned by the international law. And when he failed with the help of the Russians and his allies to bring the Syrian people back into submission, he started using food as a weapon of war. He started using the strategy, starve or die. And Daraya was an example. Like 4 years, no food or medicine were allowed to get into the town. Daraya was an example, but we have more than 50 towns under a brutal siege by the Assad. And again, the international community is doing absolutely nothing to deliver humanitarian aids into these besieged towns. The international community failed to protect the civilians in Syria. And they also failed to take in the refugees. Like if the people fled the death from the bombs in Syria, they faced the death in the Mediterranean. Thousands of Syrians have drowned in the Mediterranean Sea. And the international community and Europe, with their like fortress policy, are just denying Syrians from seeking somewhere safe to live. But hope exists. In Syria, our people are fighting until victory. We believe in the power of our people. We believe in the white helmet who are shining from the darkness. The white helmet, when it comes to the white helmet, I become speechless because I don't know what to say. Shall I talk about their bravery? Shall I talk about their sacrifices? Or shall I talk about their humanity? Who are the white helmet? The white helmet are like teachers, students, like normal people, from just like me, like you, like anyone else. When the international community didn't do anything to protect the civilians, the white helmet took the responsibilities. They are trying to rescue people. Every time the Assad and the Russia's air jet come and bombs, the white helmet rush in and try so hard to rescue civilians from under the rubble. And they are not supported by the United Nations or by big NGOs. In fact, they rely on me, on you, and on our donations in order to keep up their great work, in order to keep like saving lives, while Assad and the others are trying so hard to take them away. The white helmet have been so inspiring to all of us, to the people all across the planet. And we stand up here today, tomorrow, and every time to support them, to tell them we are with you. We do support you, your great work to protect civilians, to spare lives. And that's why we should donate generously to support them. And Syria and the Syrian people are fighting for our freedom, for our dignity, and for the humanity. We should back them up. We must understand what is happening in Syria is a revolution. It is not a civil war. In Syria, we will never accept a dictatorial regime, neither a terrorist ideology like ISIS. Assad has no future in Syria. ISIS has no future in Syria. The future of Syria will be determined by its people, and we are looking for a state which give a right to every single Syrian to live in peace and with dignity, regardless of their faith or their background. Thank you very much, guys, for standing up here today with solidarity with the Syrian people. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you very much.